Hello, I am Jomika, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. So last time we made it into orbit, we made it to space, and possibly orbit, I don't remember, it's been a couple days. But we were left over with this active mission to bring a thumper into flight, and we also have ferry 2 tourists just into a suborbital flight over Kerbal. So I think what we're going to try to do today is complete both of those in the same flight, and if we can't do that, we'll do them separately. So we'll go back into the vehicle assembly building and modify our existing rocket. And we'll just take off some science. Oops. And we'll replace the Science Junior with, actually I don't know if we even have it. We might. But just the 2-seater command pod. Here we go, the crew cabin. Make sure we get 2 parachutes on either side. And how sturdy are these? So tolerance of 40 meters per second impact. That's pretty fast. The temperature rating, it's 1,000. So it's about the same. I guess we won't do a heat shield. I think we'll give that a try. So pilot and 2 tourists. And let's turn the boosters down to 50%. We'll save that and launch. So I didn't check the weight comparison between the crew cabin and the Science Junior, but I think they're about the same. But anyways, we'll throttle up and get ready to launch, and we'll do that. We'll bring up the contracts just so we know when we get the altitude and the speed we want. So let's go ahead and launch. So we'll go up a little ways, and then I'll throttle back once we get some speed. And then we'll just leave it up to the thumpers to get us a little bit of the way. We don't want to go too fast, because we want to be under 560 meters per second. We want to make sure we get to 34,000 meters. So we're still speeding up. We're at 5,000 meters. Almost no throttle on the swivel. We're still under 410. We'll throttle back a little bit more. I think we'll run out of fuel in the thumpers before we get to the desired altitude. But that's okay, because we can control how fast we're going with the swivel. Say 18,000 meters. Our speed is okay for right now. We're going to go over, but we'll slow down a little bit. So 560, we're good there. Oops. So we'll just leave it about that. And then as soon as we get to 34,000 meters, we will dip ditch the thumpers. Just make sure I stay under 560. Tilt over a little bit. Okay, we got it. So we can go ahead and ditch the thumpers. Now our goal is just to get to at least 70,000 meters, and we're already almost there. So just keep it. We're going now. Just tilt over a bit so we don't take too much of an aggressive trajectory and hit the atmosphere going faster than we need to. That shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. So we'll just wait until we get to 70,000, and then we'll head right back down to Kerbal. Just do a crew report. Yeah, we've done that. And I'm sure we've done it just out of in space too, but give it a try. So yeah, we'll definitely get to where we need to be, and then both of these should hit. Yes, they do. So we can clear that out. We'll clear these. And take our crew report, which we don't need. And yeah, we'll just float back down to the surface, let off some speed with the booster. We probably don't need to. Actually, I'll just ditch it now, since we don't need to do it, and we risk it getting into our way later. So we'll just point the bottom of the ship retrograde, and we'll leave that there. I think I'll just turn on the SAS and have it force retrograde now that we have it. And we'll be okay on electric charge, and we'll time warp. Booster in the background. It's kind of hard to see the ground from here. It's not what we want. We'll see what happens, but we're flying like a bullet right now. We're a little too fast. Okay, so this time I think I'll revert to vehicle assembly, and we will fix a little bit of that. I think what we'll do is we will keep the engine attached and just go in that way. Maybe if we have a drogue chute. I'm not sure if we have those yet. Okay, we do. And what speed? 424. So that, I think we would have been okay had we had a drogue chute. But we'll do that again, and we'll keep the engine attached. So we'll do the same exact flight, but this time we will hopefully not crash into the surface of Kerbal. Bring up the contracts, let off some speed, or some throttle. cruise until the correct altitude and speed. Alright, so we'll kill the throttle all the way to 0. Just let the thumpers do their work until they run out of solid fuel, and then we'll throttle back up again. Fix the staging so our drogue chute goes first, and then our other 3 parachutes can go after that. Speed is just getting to where we want it to be. We'll need to throttle up. Alright, so we're just increasing our speed a little bit. And we'll just hang out like this until the correct altitude. Almost there. Okay, we got that. So we'll ditch those. And tilt over again. Check the map. Our app says to reach 70,000. Tilt over a little bit more. This is a steep climb. And there we go. So we're at 53. We'll just time warp a little bit. And we'll just wait for it to start to fall back down again. So we got our suborbital flight. Delete those. And we'll head back to this view and point retrograde. So I think we'd be fine with just keeping the engine on or adding the drogue chute, but just to be safe we'll do both. Kill some speed with the engine and then ditch that, and then just make sure we are at an okay speed to deploy the rest of the parachutes. So we'll time warp a little more. Let's switch to surface mode, and now we'll start to give it some throttle. Just killing off some of our speed. Give it full throttle just before we take over. Now I can ditch that. Drogue chute. Turn off SAS. And now we're pointed the correct way. We'll just watch that crash into the ocean. And we'll go ahead and parachutes. Go ahead and cut the drogue chute. just wait until we make it to the surface. And then once we get back to the Space Center, we'll go ahead and check and see what kind of missions we have. Maybe it'll be another quick mission that we can ferry some tourists and get some extra cash. Another safe mission, as long as you don't count the first mishap. We can just ignore that one. So we get 1.3 science just for recovering a vessel from orbital flight. 2,000 funds from parts. No experience gain for our guys. Some for the tourists. Not that we'll ever see them again. And we can clear these out and see what's in mission control. So focus observations, focus temperature, test the heat shield landed. That'll be an easy one. Into orbit, in flight. So we'll just do this one real quick. And that was the 2.5 meter one. And where is heat shields? 2.5. So it doesn't really match, but it's okay, we're just doing a test. Run test and recover the vessel. Test the liquid ant engine. Activate the part. And I don't know if we have the ant engine unlocked yet. And get rid of that. Thud. Yeah, so let's check out the research center. And is this the ant? Yes. So we will want the spark. I don't use the ant too often, but since we're going to use the spark anyways, unlock that. And while we're in here, I might as well unlock the fuel systems for the external fuel ducts. It'll make it a lot easier to get to the moon. And we don't need those. They're nice to have, but I think we'll save them for another time. Yeah, bigger landing legs might be nice, but we could do without them. Yeah, and I know we want to do... Actually, let's unlock this, because we will want to build some satellites. Oh, we don't have enough science. Okay. Well, eventually, if we want unmanned flights at all, we'll definitely need some satellites around Kerbal. So yeah, we want to test. Actually, did we accept the mission? I don't think we did. Yeah, test the ant. Landed at Kerbal. So we'll just put one of those on the bottom. Actually, we could probably just put it on the side. there in our staging. There shouldn't be any fuel here. Not sure what the ant uses. Okay, liquid fuel and oxidizer, not monopropellant. And we will launch that. And stage that. And we got the mission. Cover the parts. And there we go, another mission done. So that was just replaced by the Separaton. Alright, so next time I haven't decided. We'll either do, I think we'll do a flyby of the moon. That way we can unlock some more research stuff for the electronics, and then we can launch some satellites into space around Kerbal and the moon and Minmus and all that. So yeah, next time, flyby of the moon. See you guys then.